All right. So, welcome everyone to this slow flow practice. Um, a slow flow class is exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be a link of combination of postures, breath work, mindfulness, meditation. But the key focus on this class is the slow flow. So, really take your time getting into postures tonight. Um, kind of nice, luxurious movements, taking your time, giving your body time to adjust to new postures. It's really taking the time to slow down and tune into your body. And as always, I will offer poses in a graded approach. There's always permission to stay at whatever level is working for your body today. And if I do offer a pose that doesn't work for your body today, then feel free to choose another posture and rejoin when you feel ready. Um, as I mentioned before, I am recording, so cameras on or cameras off, whatever is most comfortable. We're going to start tonight in a comfortable seat. So this can be cross-legged, can be kneeling, could even just be laying down if that's what your body's asking for today. I personally like a little pillow under my hips to lift my hips a little bit higher than my knees, and just take a moment to just kind of shift a little bit side to side, kind of getting the wiggles out and feeling into what position your body needs today. And as you start to find stillness here, begin to tune into the areas where your body is contacting the ground. Your sits bones, your ankles, legs resting on the floor. Maybe you can feel your hands on your knees, or if you're laying down, the points where you can feel gravity the most, where gravity is holding you to the earth. And begin to scan your body, starting with the bottoms of your feet, coming up your lower legs, the calves, the shins, up into the knees, up the thighs, all the way to the hip sockets. Just noticing areas of tension, areas of ease, continuing up into your pelvis, your lower back, abdomen, ribs, chest, collarbones, and across the tops of your shoulders. Allow your awareness to spill down your arms, all the way down to the tips of your fingers. Noticing your thumbs and your pointers, your middle fingers, ring fingers, and pinkies. Allowing your attention to creep back up into the wrists, wrapping up the forearms, front and back, into the elbows, and extending all the way up your upper arms. As your attention reaches the tops of your shoulders again, allow it to flow up the sides of your neck, and the back of your neck, around your ears, your head, forehead, eyes, and cheeks. And pause to feel your body as a whole, one single unit. And just notice what's showing up for you today. Begin to bring your attention to your breath. First, just noticing. Notice if it's deep or shallow, fast or slow. And notice where your breath is living in your body right now. Maybe more in the belly, maybe more in the chest. And also notice as you rest your awareness on your breath, does it change at all, even subtly? Meeting everything with acceptance and care. Now begin to consciously breathe into your belly, in through your nose, allowing your belly to expand on the inhale, and out through your nose, allowing the belly to fall as you exhale. When we breathe into our belly, we activate our diaphragm muscle. That diaphragm muscle is linked with the vagus nerve. It's linked with our rest and digest system. And just simply breathing into our belly can be soothing to our nervous system. And as you start to feel your stomach filling, continue to deepen your breath, allowing it to expand up into your ribs and into your chest. And as you exhale, allowing your chest to fall, your ribs to contract, and your belly to fall. Breathe in, belly, ribs, and chest. Breathe out, chest, ribs, and belly. Continue with this three-part Dirga breath, this foundational anchoring breath pattern. Filling your lungs like a vase from the bottom to the top and emptying from the top to the bottom. As you find your rhythm here, you're welcome to join me in adding the sound of the Ujjayi breath or ocean sounding breath. This is made by gently constricting the muscles at the back of your throat, as if you would if you were fogging up a mirror. You'll hear more aspirant sound, holding that contraction on the inhale and the exhale. This sound just serves as an anchoring point for our mind. And if you find your mind beginning to wander, gently bring it back. And for the next hour, take a moment to set an intention for yourself. What do you need from this hour of practice, this hour of self-care? After a day full of caring for others, filling others' cups, what do you need in this time? And give yourself permission to lay aside anything that is left lingering from the day, trusting that it'll be there when you're ready. But for now, this is your sacred space. On your next inhale, sweeping your arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhaling, hands meet in front of your heart center, feeling that intention. Inhale, the arms sweep up again, and dropping your right hand down to the floor. Reach your left arm over the top, bending to the side, feeling a nice side body stretch on that left side. Staying with your breath here, noticing how it's different with your torso in a different position. Your next inhale lifts back up to the ceiling, hands meet at the top. Exhale, the other hand drops to the floor, and bending in for a stretch in that right side body. Notice here if that right hip is starting to want to pop up off the ground. See if you can coax it down to ground into the earth. Deep breath in, long breath out. If you feel at any point called to, audible sighs are a great way to release tension from the body. So simply breathing in and then a sigh out through the mouth. Next inhale, lifts the arms back up. Then exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your hands to your knees. Sit tall, open your chest to the front of the room. And on the exhale, round your back, tuck your chin around through the spine. Inhale, scooping the chest forward, extending through the spine, lifting the head and neck. And exhale, shoulders forward, rounding through the back, tucking the chin into a gentle seated cat-cow. Inhale forward, taking care to not collapse through your neck, keeping length through your spine. And exhale, rounding back and down. And continue at the pace of your own breath for a few more rounds. Inhaling forward, exhaling, rounding. And if it feels right in your body, allowing the arms to come in, arms opening as you inhale and extend through the spine, and rounding forward as you exhale and round back. Inhaling, arms open, spine extends. Exhaling, arms reach forward, spine rounds. Coming back into center, hands on knees. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. On your exhale, left arm comes to right knee and right arm comes to the ground behind you, pressing into the floor to create length through your spine in this gentle twist. And tune into that breath again. And notice if there are any areas that a subtle tension has crept in. The most common culprits are shoulders near the ears or a clenched jaw or furrowed brow. And take a breath in, and on the exhale, allow them to soften. Imagining the tension of the day draining down through your legs, down into the earth. Inhale, the spine grows long. Exhale, deepen the twist. The next inhale brings your arms back to center. Exhaling, right hand to left thigh, left hand supporting on the ground behind you for a right-sided twist. Again, staying with the breath, finding softness here and ease. Inhale brings length through your spine. The exhale allows you to soften into the twist. Inhaling, arms back to center. Exhale, arms to knees. And coming into tabletop on your hands and knees, begin by finding just some organic movement, tuning into your body. Maybe that's a little forward, backward rocking, or maybe some circles with your pelvis. Tuning into which areas are asking for a little extra love tonight. And coming back to center, extend your left leg along behind you with a flexed foot, like you could stamp a footprint on your back wall. Bend your knee, bring that foot to face the ceiling. Begin to draw circles with your knee. As big as is comfortable, exploring the outer ranges of your hip range of motion, just warming those muscles up, loosening the hip. There's a saying in the PT world that says, motion is lotion. Movements like this increase the synovial fluid in our joints, create a little extra lubrication. And switch directions. And landing that knee back down onto the ground. And shifting back and forth through your hips, maybe a little forward and back. Just noticing the difference between your two sides. What subtle shifts are you feeling? When you're ready, right leg extends back, stamping that footprint on your back wall. Bend through the knee and come into circles on the other side. Nice controlled movement. You might get some clicks and pops. Just the kinks of the day working out. Staying with your breath here. Noticing if that started to catch, and switching directions. Noticing where you're starting to feel some heat building. And landing that knee back onto the ground. Bring your hands about one palm length forward and rock back, butt towards your heels, chest towards the ground, a gentle child's pose. Inhale, bringing you back up to center. And the exhale, dropping the hips forward into a gentle back bend. Respecting when your body says enough and staying in as small a range or as big a range as your body is asking for. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward. Few rounds at your own pace. Again, staying with this slow, luxurious flow, giving your body permission to move slowly after the hustle bustle of the day. And coming back to center here, we're going to be coming up into a half kneeling posture, down on one knee. So this is a good time, if you have sensitive knees, or even if you don't, to pad up those knees and make sure you're caring for your body. Hands and knees, padding under the knee if it feels right. On your next exhale, stepping your left foot to the outside of your hands. Now this is a beautiful place to bring in some blocks if you have them. Create a little bit of space. Giving your body a moment to settle into this new posture. If you don't have blocks, another option, which is where we're going next, is to come up, hands on a knee. Okay? Just giving your body a moment to settle in. Now, Placing hands on your knee, bringing yourself to an upright position here. Allow your hands to fall down by your side. Now, if you feel a little wobbly here, a little off balance, move your feet a little east to west on your mat so that it's like your legs are on railroad tracks rather than a tightrope. It'll create a little stability for you. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up, allowing a gentle back bend, rocking forward. And on the exhale, the arms sweep back, the front leg straightens, and a gentle bow over the front leg. Inhale, the arms sweep up, front knee bends, gentle back bend. Exhale, arms sweep back, front knee straightens, chest bows forward over your front leg. And continuing at the pace of your own breath. And notice here what's driving the bus. Is the movement leading the breath, or is the breath leading the movement? And see if you can allow the breath to be the leader. Only switching directions when that inhale finds you, and only shifting back as your body asks for the exhale. And coming into what feels about the center of those two positions. So where your body is centered and you don't feel too much strain on one leg or the other. And take a moment to just tune in. Notice how you feel. Now placing your right hand on your knee. On your next inhale, your left arm will sweep up like you're drawing a rainbow in the sky, allowing your chest to open to the left. On the exhale, sweeping back down. Now, if this doesn't feel accessible in your shoulders, another option is to come palms forward and paint a stripe across your chest as your arms open, and then erase it as you come back to front. Few rounds, just opening through that mid back, opening through your chest. On your next inhale, when you come into that twist, just pause here. Extend your other arm out. And notice the change when you lift that second arm, which muscles need to engage in a different way to create stability for you. And staying with your breath here. And bring your arms back to front. That left leg is going to step out to the side. I'm going to turn to face you so you can see a little better. So you're on your right knee, left leg is out long to the side. Foot is at about a 45-degree angle away from you. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling, left arm down to left thigh and leaning towards that left leg. And staying with your breath. Sometimes a little pulse here is nice, or finding stillness and adjusting that position of the foot if you need to. And as you inhale up, allowing your right hand to drop down towards the floor and either contacting on a block or coming right down onto the floor in a modified side plank. Top arm reaching towards the ceiling and staying with your breath. If it feels right, bring some sweeping arm circles here, just within whatever is a comfortable range for your body. And changing direction here. And then bringing your left hand down to plant back on the ground next to the right and rotating both knees down to the ground again. Again, allowing for just some organic movement here, a little forward, backward rocking, or some cat cows. Just checking in with your body. Widen your knees about the width of your mat, allowing your toes to come together. Sink your hips back to your heels, coming into a child's pose. Resting your forehead on the floor, or if it is not reaching the floor, holding your arms in front of you, stacked, and allowing your forehead to rest there. And staying with that breath. Deep breath into belly, ribs, and chest. And exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. And planting your hands, drawing the floor towards you, coming back up into a tabletop position, and stepping your right foot up to the outside of your hands. Right hand comes to the right knee, and pressing back up to an upright position. And again, just taking a moment here to allow your body to adjust. Arms by your side, eyes closed or a gentle gaze down towards the floor. Just pausing to tune in. Your next inhale sweeps arms towards the ceiling, front knee bends, gentle back bend. And the exhale sweeps the arms back, front leg straightens, chest bows over your front leg. Inhale, arms sweep up, front knee bends. Exhale, front leg straightens, arms sweep back, chest bows forward. Notice the difference between these two positions. Which muscles do you feel working? And which muscles do you feel stretching? And coming back to center here. Left hand to right knee. Inhaling, that right arm sweeps that rainbow across the sky, opening the chest to the right. And exhaling, arm sweeps back across. Staying with your breath here. Again, always the option to come here and open your arms like a book and closing them back up. Your next inhale, when you're twisted towards the right, pause here and stay with your breath, bending the other arm forward, noticing that core engage to create stability. And exhaling back to center, arms down by your side. Now that right leg comes out to the side. Extend it out, slight angle at the foot. Inhaling, arms to the sky. Exhale, right arm to right leg. And gentle bend to that right side, feeling a stretch through your left side body. And staying with your breath here. Smooth inhale, and long exhale. Next inhale brings arms up to the ceiling. The exhale drops that left arm down to the floor, planting in a side plank. Chest forward, arm reaching to the sky. And always the option to drop that arm down, maybe a hand on the lower back, hand on the hip, or simply resting along your side. Whatever works in your body. Bring some arm circles if it feels good. Again, noticing which muscles here are activating to give you stability and changing directions. And landing the hand down, knees next to each other in a tabletop position. Now, tucking your toes, lift your knees, and tucking your toes, lift your knees about an inch off of the ground, and then press through your arms, shooting your hips up towards the point where the ceiling meets the wall. Into downward dog, allowing your head to come down between your biceps. Allow there to be a generous bend in your knees, allowing yourself to find length through your spine. Pressing weight through your thumb and forefinger, taking pressure off of the heels of your hands. And a gentle twist, almost like you're trying to open a jar cap to engage some of those supporting muscles. And pressing through your arms, walk your hands back to your feet in a forward fold. Again, keeping a generous bend through your knees, allowing your belly to rest on your thighs. And only once you feel yourself settle in, head relaxed, start to find some length through your legs as is comfortable. Inhaling, lifting to a flat back, long spine. Then exhaling back down. Bending through the knees, sweeping the arms up, press up on an inhale, arms to the sky. Exhaling as the arms sweep outward and down. And standing on your mat, you need to sway side to side between your feet. Eyes closed or a gentle gaze down towards the floor. Just tuning into your body, tuning into your breath. So shifting your weight over onto your left foot, allow your right foot to come to the tips of your toes. Bringing your heel to the inside of your left ankle, like your leg's a kickstand. And just notice how your balance changes here in this position. And on the next inhale, sliding that leg up so the bottom of the foot is planted on your lower leg. And if you have more flexibility, you are welcome to come further up. I do not, so I'm going to stay here. And inhaling the arms up. This is tree pose. Exhaling, arms to cactus. And as you find your stability here, you might find a point about 6 feet in front of you on the floor or on the wall that's unmoving. This is called a drishti. Often helps to keep your stability during balance poses. If you're looking for an extra challenge, you can begin to grow your tree's branches. Little willowy movements through the arms, fingers. Maybe your tree is swaying in the breeze. Just playing. On your next exhale, gently bringing that foot back down to land gently on the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. And a gentle sway side to side. And shifting your weight over onto your right foot, bringing your left heel to the inside of your right ankle. Just noticing, again, how this changes your balance and even how it might be different from the other side. And when you're ready, sliding the bottom of that foot up to the inside of your calf, knee, or thigh. Allowing that knee to open while keeping your hips squared forward. Chest open, spine stacked. And that right leg active, pressing down into the ground, as if you could imagine roots growing from the bottom of your feet. And on your inhale, allowing those branches to grow. There's a cactus, long overhead, or maybe a little sway in the breeze, depending on the level of challenge you're looking for tonight. Inhaling, arms to center. On the exhale, dropping that foot back down. Shifting your weight side to side. Shifting your weight onto your left leg, stepping wide with the right. Arms wide into a 5-pointed star. Chest open, gentle back bend, head lifted. Allow yourself to take up space here. Being as big as you can. Exhaling, hands to your hips. And begin to do some gentle hip circles here, forward and back. And changing direction. Got some little kitty yoga going on over here. And then imagine with your hands in your hip creases, imagine that those hands could press your hips back, allowing those hips to shift back, chest to come forward with the spine long, gentle bend in your knees. Come down as far as you can while keeping your spine long. So you start to feel some tension building in the backs of the legs. On an exhale, allow yourself to fold down into a wide-legged forward fold. Deep inhale, long exhale. You're shifting a little bit side to side. You can bring your hands with you, allowing yourself to shift over that leg and shifting off over to the other side. Again, just noticing the difference in the muscles that are stretching as you shift back and forth. And if reaching to the ground is uncomfortable, you can always come forearms to thighs here. A little more balance. Rub the kitty's belly for good luck. Now planting your hands on your knees. A couple of shoulder drops in towards the center. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, drop the other shoulder. Inhale to center. Dropping the other shoulder. And lift your torso so your chest is forward. And keep your hands braced on your thighs. And walk your feet in slightly. keeping your toes pointed forward and slightly out. Sink down through your knees into a squatted position. Now, this here may be your squat for the night. If you have more mobility and are looking for more, dropping down into a yogi squat here, elbows to the insides of your knees, hands pressed together, creating that energetic press, engaging those muscles and staying with your breath. Common misconception here is that your heels have to be down in a yogi squat. Your heels are up. That is perfectly fine. Deep breath in, long breath out, and in your own way, letting your bottom land on the ground. Back, hopefully in a way that your tailbone will thank you for. Coming onto your back with your knees bent, walk your feet about mat width apart. And gently sway your knees side to side, like windshield wipers. Inhaling and exhaling, allowing the tension to drain out of your lower back and hips. Again, this can be a really nice place for an audible sigh with an inhale through the nose, audible sigh through the mouth. Letting it all go. Walking your feet in about hip width apart. You need to rock your pelvis forward and back, flattening the small of your back down into the earth, and then arching your low back away from the earth, like you could create a little tunnel right in through here. Inhale as you arch, creating a tunnel, and exhale as you press your back down, eliminating the tunnel. Inhale, arch forward, make a tunnel in your low back, and exhaling, pressing your low back down, tucking your tailbone under. On your next exhale, when that back presses down to the floor, press through your feet, lifting your hips up off the mat into a bridge. And exhaling, lowering back down. Inhale, arch your back to create that tunnel. Exhale, press the back down, lift the hips in this rolling bridge. Exhale, lowering down. Inhaling, arching forward. And continuing at your own pace here. And the next time you land back on the earth, allowing yourself to settle. Walking your feet together, palms of the feet together, bottoms of the feet together, allowing your knees to fall out to the side. And seated, this position is called Supta Baddha Konasana, I believe. On the exhale, hands gently assist the legs back to center. And crossing your right ankle over your left knee. Lift your left foot off the ground, and the option to support your right leg with either one hand at the knee, one hand at the ankle, or if you're looking for a deeper stretch tonight, reaching for the back of the left thigh. Again, staying with your breath here. And if you're still looking for another add-on here, extending that left leg up towards the ceiling. Still staying with your breath. And if you notice that your breath has slowed or stopped or become more shallow, you feel like you're unable to take a deep breath or breathe smoothly, that may mean that you need to back off a hair. One of the first ways our body communicates to us that it is under stress is by making the breath shallow and faster. And then allowing that foot to come back down to the earth, uncrossing the right ankle, bring the left ankle to the right knee, lifting that right foot up off the floor and choosing your hand placement, respecting that it may be different on this side than it was on the other, and honoring what your body is asking for today. Staying with your breath. Notice if any signs of a subtle tension have crept in, your jaw clenched, your shoulders hunched, your eyes squinted. And as you deepen your breath, just allow for a softening here. And exhaling, right foot down to the earth, left comes to meet it. And this is your time. If there's any pose or movement I have not offered tonight, this is your opportunity to take it. It could be a spinal twist or maybe a more sustained bridge. Maybe pulling your knees in towards your chest and giving yourself a hug. Some gentle rocking side to side, a low back massage. Taking what you need here before we rest. And choose your position for Shavasana or a rest pose. And this is the Shavasana. If you're new to yoga, Shavasana is traditionally done in supine, arms by your side, legs straight. But really, it's just the position that makes you the most comfortable. This is the phase of the class where you allow your body to integrate the practice for the day and insist on being comfortable here. So if you need a pillow under your knees, if you'd like to lay on your side, on your belly, whatever position that will allow you to rest in every meaning of the word. And as you come into your resting posture, take another scan of your body from the bottoms of your feet, sweeping up your lower legs, your knees, your thighs, up into your hips, wrapping around your pelvis, your abdomen, ribs, chest, and back. Allowing your attention to sweep across your shoulders, and spill down your arms to the palms of your hands, each finger, thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. And sweeping up your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, and washing up over your neck, around your ears, your face, and your head. Taking stock, noticing the effects of our practice tonight. And join me in one more audible sigh to release anything else that needs to be left behind from the day. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. This is your time to rest. Release all conscious control of the breath, trusting that it will continue without your focus. Allowing your body to sink into the support of the earth, allowing yourself to be held for this time. And allowing any thoughts that are coming to float past you like clouds in a sky. All temporary. And there is nothing more to do. I will keep track of time and rest. and beginning to bring your awareness back to the room, beginning to deepen your breath, allowing for some gentle movement to come into your body again, beginning to wiggle your fingers and toes, gentle rocks of the head, rolls of the shoulder, slowly allowing your movements to become bigger. And when you're ready, turning onto your favorite side and pressing back up into sitting. As you settle into a comfortable seat, come back to the breath, returning to that Dirga breath where we started, breathing into your belly, ribs, and chest, and exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. Taking stock of your body, hearing the sounds around you, feeling the ground beneath you, feeling the temperature of the air, being here now in this present moment. And bring hands to heart, palm over palm, and take a moment to thank yourself for this hour spent attending to you. And allow the knowledge that you deserve your own love and care as much as everyone around you. Deep breath in, arms overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bow the head. Thank you for joining me tonight for this slow flow practice. And may the slow flow follow you into the rest of your week. Namaste.